By the way, great to see you in maize. It's very becoming. I like it.
It feels right.
So was John Beilein a crucial part of the recruitment of you, Dusty?
I wouldn't say he was crucial in the recruitment. He was obviously crucial because of the program that he helped building and the vision and the success that they had. But yeah, when I went to Fort Lauderdale to meet with Ward, he was there and we spoke for probably 30 minutes. And it was just a great reassurance of everything's in place to be successful and to be able to do it year in, year out. So obviously he's a legend in our game, a Hall of Famer, and someone that's done a lot for our sport. So it was nice just for him to kind of stamp the whole thing.
Yes, it's certainly, and for a lot of us in the alumni fan base, just hearing his involvement because of what he was able to achieve in his tenure as at the head of the program was great to hear. What, if you don't mind me prying, that you're willing to share of what you needed to hear in that conversation to feel confident to take the gig?
Well, obviously, like all of us, we get a lot of our news from Twitter or from X, whatever you want to call it now, social media outlets. And so you've heard all these things with the mission standards and NIL, and they just weren't, there was a little bit of validity to a few of them, but for the most part, it was just, rumors and hearsay, and just wanted to make sure that you could attract quality people, high achievers, and Coach Beilein assured me that there weren't many roadblocks to his success.
And in terms of NIL, because that really wasn't part of his world when he was there at Michigan, what role does name, image, and likeness, and whatever the current setup is that might be changing in short order anyway, what is the necessities for being successful on that front?
Well, we all have to have collectives that are actively involved in raising capital, helping our players secure advertising deals and car dealerships and whatnot. And so they're a big part of our success. And we look at it as we have to work together. There has to be some form of a partnership because without NIL, I don't think any of the Power 5 schools will be able to maintain success. And it's just so fluid right now where you're always trying to figure out ways to help your players, because without that help, it's going to be very, very difficult to recruit.
And of course, you've got, 6 transfers coming in, including some that you're quite familiar with because you coached them at Florida Atlantic. If you don't mind walking me through that process to build your roster out for next year, with you taking the gig somewhat, I would think, late in the game.
Well, we're actually only one player is coming with us, Vlad Golden, who has his degree from FAU, and he wanted to go against Power 5 bigs night in, night out. So the timing was right for him. And he's also kind of a unicorn where he's 7'1". He loves to screen. He enjoys passing. He's an unbelievable teammate. So when you start with that foundational piece, it's easy to recruit too, because it's not as if when he's not getting the ball, he's complaining. He probably should complain a little bit more to his coach that he doesn't get as many touches as he should with his percentages. But that was a great starting point for us because of how much he impacts winning. And when you look at his metrics, I mean, he was as impactful as probably any big guy in the country last year. And then you factor in what he does intangibly with his physicality and his ability to make his teammates better. We just thought he was crucial for our first year success.
How does one monitor the transfer portal? By the way, I know, and having that open during the men's basketball tournament is just, I can't grasp it. I mean, what is that like for you?
It's tough. And unfortunately our staffs have grown. So we look at it as our support staff and assistant coaches, they're filtering the information because there's only so many guys you can target and go after. So we rely on, and it's worked out where most of the guys that we've recruited and signed, we have, I guess, history with them, or at least some relationship background. And so when you have that information from maybe the summer circuit, or their coaches, if you know who they are as people, then it makes it easier who to target. And we feel great about the character and the guys we brought in because we were familiar with each and every one of them.
My favorite transfer is Roddy Gale. You want to take a guess why he's my favorite transfer, Coach? You want to guess?
Yeah, because he left the school down south.
Oh. Yes, red meat or scarlet and gray meat for this conversation. But by the way, you can say the words Ohio State. They have the problem with us. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Noted.
You know, I'm just honest. I'm here to help because they can't even spell out the letter M. Whatever. But you did take him. Right.
We did. He's a very talented player. He was successful for them. He's familiar with the conference, the physicality of the Big Ten, and we think with the personnel that we have around him, he'll be able to elevate his numbers, his efficiencies as well. He adds a lot to our team, and we were very, very fortunate that he made the move.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.